Welcome to the Astoria Film Festival 2020 virtual step and repeat interviews. Today we are speaking with Anna Russell about her film, The Amiss Advice of Anna Lou.
Yes, that's right.
Got it. Okay, so my first question for you is, can you tell us how you came up with the idea to create this work and what was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so I had this similar relationship with my grandmother. Obviously not as extreme, but she was a huge influence for the film, and I just kind of wanted to make something in her honor for her. She influenced me greatly, so that's where it came from.
Cool. So how have your life experiences affected your creative journey in this exactly, if that makes sense?
Oh yeah, totally. No, I think it's one of those things where if you didn't get a swift kick in the butt, you don't really go for it. So I think my upbringing was a huge motivator for me to make art and create art. I mean, not only because of my life experience, but just because my family, everybody's artistic and in some way. So it was like a huge influence on me.
Right. No, yeah, I actually had just finished watching it last night because I wanted to be fresh in my mind before we spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a cute, little 4-minute thing, and I it's so little, but it packs such a big punch.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah,
And
thanks.
really took away such a strong message from that, where maybe sometimes your elders aren't the best example for you, but for some reason they still impact you in a way.
Yep,
And it kind of
absolutely.
I can understand where you're coming from. I absolutely adore it. So what was it like to open up and kind of be vulnerable? Because I know that can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary because your family is going to watch it and see sort of how you feel like your mind wrapped around the whole situation in some sort of twisted way. But um, yeah, I mean, I think it's worthwhile in the end.
Yeah. No, what was I going to say? So what was when you finished the film and you saw it for the first time after the director finished cutting it, because I know you didn't direct it.
I did not.
Yes. What was it like handing off, did you wrote it correctly, right?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So as the writer, was it hard to let go of this very personal script and give a good portion of the creative control to someone else? What
Oh,
was that?
absolutely. I mean, when you write something, you always have it in your mind of how you want it to be, and some big budget stuff that you want to happen that you obviously can't unless you have a big budget, which I've never had. So yeah, it's hard to give up that creative control in that way. But I also really love my director, Deirdre Hurley. She and I worked together previously, and she and I are just kind of on the same page, but also she has a unique eye to see things that I necessarily wouldn't have been able to see. And if I can't let myself let those things go, then I might be missing out on some amazing, creative, juicy thing that I would have never seen. So I think it's to my benefit to let go, and I try as much as possible to let go. When I'm on set, it's sort of like, okay, this is it, here it is, let's see what happens. But if there is something that I'm really stuck on, that I'm like, no, I had this shot in my mind very specifically, then I'm not afraid to sort of chat with her about that and be like, I really see it like this, can we try it like that? And she's willing to work with me as well.
Right.
We're dream team.
Yes. Dream. Oh my God, what's that saying?
The teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes. So now the opening scene of the film is young Anna Lou, and she's pitching to this very misogynistic boy. So what does that represent for you, and why did you choose to open the film with that scene?
Well, this is funny. This is actually one of the creative differences I had with Deirdre. But in terms of edit, because she edited this, and the way I wrote it was not that scene is the open. I had the first two scenes switched. So it, opens with the baseball scene, and then it goes to, it wasn't always this elegant, but I had started it the other way around. But just based on edit, she was like, I think this is stronger. It says something a little bit better, and perhaps we could talk to her about that. But I agreed with her. Once I saw it, it made more sense. But the whole reason why I wanted to kind of focus on the young girl first is because she was such a strong, passionate, like, tomboy, you know, but then this woman who wasn't exactly nice or a good influence, as you said earlier, still made this huge impression on her. And I wanted you to see just how strong of a woman she was, and yet how moldable she was at the same time.
Well, it definitely comes across that way. It's a very powerful film. My final question for you is, what do you wish your audience would take away from this after they finish watching it?
I think that I would want them to take away just how words and behaviors have huge impacts on people. Even though you think this tiny little thing that you're doing or saying is menial, these things stay with you. And I think that's really what I wanted to show, was that we're very impressionable at all times, in good or bad ways.
Yeah. Agreed.